Alright, what's up guys? We are back. I am going to try not to be as loud this time around because yeah, I have a second monitor now and it's so fantastic. Oh, I'm excited. So yeah, I'm gonna try not to be as loud because I have my little brother sleeping behind me. So yeah, let's go ahead and load up the game again. So we were just about to go into the area that we need to go to. I should. Oh, my mic is fine. Right here. This is where we are. It's so cool because I can look at. I can make sure everything is working correctly. Now this is beautiful. I love this so much. Alright, anyways. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are. So by the way, I'm not going to do any voices. Especially like the loud voices. Because, like I said, my little brother's sleeping over there. And I don't want to wake him up on accident. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it. But I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Okay then.
Oh, the music.
Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided.
I think last video I said I would shave, but I didn't. 'Cause I'm lazy.
I'll meet you all down there.
I'll be waiting. Alright. So, do we even need to talk to anyone? Let's talk to Kyoko. That's the only one I would want to talk to. Let's get started. Alright, let's just go. I guess I have no choice but to get on the elevator. Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey.
Are you scared? No. Scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
Said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. I feel like my camera is zoomed too close into my face. Now that I can see it on another monitor. Sorry, I'm freaking out. It's really nothing like as revolutionary as, you know, anything really. It's just like it's really cool. Cause like I don't have to worry about if I'm in the frame or not. I can just look and see if I am. It's beautiful, beautiful. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned trembling with anticipation toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed and the elevator started to move. Alright. So I think we're gonna do 2-hour episodes now because 1-hour episode, we barely even got to the first kill and I'm already on episode 7. This is gonna be 7. It's crazy. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Rather than that, it is not more like a defiant waiting to receive his judgment. Defendant. Rather than that, it is not more like a defendant waiting to oblivious to our shared anxiety. The elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. Should I? No. You're finally arrived. What do you think? Does it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close. It's total shit. Is my phone charged, by the way? I should take this time to charge my phone. Also put my phone on vibrate as well. Everyone will find a scene and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up. We did what he said and found our seats. 2 people dead. The seats were arranged in a gigantic circle, or giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easier for everyone to transfer their tension and unease into everyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so, the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly case trial. I wish I could read this with much more gusto, but I can't because of my little brother. Don't know wake him up. Alright. Open e-book. Truth bullets. Okay, so the victim Masaki so she died around 1:30. The body was discovered in Makoto's room, and the determined the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen, and her right wrist appeared to be fractured. Alright. Evidences of struggle, scratches, yep, replica sword sheath. The sword was taken out. We switched rooms, but also the thingies were switched as well. This had been placed in Makoto's room before he arrived. It remained unopened, and there is no evidence of it having ever been used. All the ministers claim that it has been used. There's either, but still. Someone unscrewed it when someone's toolkit has been used. Makoto's room's cleanliness. Someone cleaned my room up. Saka's wrist, gold. She wrote something in blood. Her dying wrist is 11037. Bathroom door was, messed with. The nameplates were switched. The kitchen knife is missing. She saw the knife whenever she was eating, and then whenever she was done eating, the knife was gone. The trash room has been incinerator has been turned on. A burnt sheath, clathered. All right, cool. Now let's start. Set skills. Melodic force. Increase damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time costs 3 SCPs. Oh, wow, okay. I don't think I have any other, yeah. Alright, cool. Let's finish preparations. Let's start. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your vote will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then, everyone close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they do. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Oh, Jesus. My voice isn't too far off. Actually, no, it's really far off first. I like this because I don't have to talk.
Okay. But what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. This is a good screenshot. So let's do that. Beautiful. Cut it. Perfect. So, screen. Alright, cool. Cue it up. Alright, anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another, without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded onto your truth cylinder. Use the mouse to aim and then fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right one. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck, have fun. Oh Jesus, I'm scared. Make your argument. Evidence of a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Of course.
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place.
Jeez, this is so slow.
In the bathroom.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
That's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, the music in this game.
Just a second,
I love it.
Try to remember how my room looked.
There was an
Where
evidence
things
of a
had been
struggle.
damaged. I think we can definitely assume.
Oh
it
wait,
was a
no, wrong way. I love this. I'm so happy. Anyway, sorry.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Killer and
Between
the
Sayaka
murdered.
and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
It is. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. It was the knife. Make your argument. Kitchen knife set. Okay.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
Of course.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Yes.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
You're wrong.
That's wrong.
I like how they make it really easy on you the first one.
No, I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Oh yes.
Huh?
A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us?
I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not gonna change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
Of course. She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere, just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to learn more? Absolutely. You can concentrate by holding down the space key. Wow. That's a bit weird. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright, so I can slow down everything with this. Okay, so make your argument. Always accounts.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
Nobody was in the dining hall.
Somebody was in the dining hall. I love this game. I'm so happy I'm playing it. I'm so happy I'm playing
Take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness?
A witness? Oh, wow.
What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
I like how the face is brrrr.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops, did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
So I'm not the killer. I like how, oh god.
Who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's me. Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no.
Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos.
I wasn't really thinking. I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
Lit.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
No, it doesn't.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's
Bruh, dude, even I know Sakura is a girl.
I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility.
Right, Tina. Right, Tina. I did her voice pretty well.
Yeah, that's true.
One other person did come to the dining hall while they were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here. What are you talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? She was in the dining hall. She grabbed the knife, didn't she? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... Well, how did... Oh. It was Sayaka.
Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That was weird. It wouldn't let me use WASD. Is it the arrow keys? I kind of moved my mouse and it kind of like... Oh, I need to figure that out.
That's the only possibility.
Oh.
And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water.
But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
Nani?
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What? See? He did do it after all.
Look at that face on her. I mean, yeah, look at that face on her face.
No, you're wrong.
I love the thing on the sides where it's... This is great. I'm so sorry. I'm geeking out over this game.
The arguments send us all off in the wrong direction.
Philip, sorry to wake up. I gotta be quiet. Okay.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
Darn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
It's a lot.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Right.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
I know what you're talking about. It's the door situation.
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about
You
anymore.
know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. I thought it was the door handle, but now I'm confused. Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Okay, see, it was whenever it was here, but whenever I was... That's weird. Absolutely. As things advance further in a class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around, and the letters are already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the mouse to aim and then press the left mouse button to shoot the desired text. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Huh. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene, but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. If we can just figure out what that something is... how many words is it? Hangman's Gambit, I'm so confused. Okay, 4 words. H... Hi... Hey, hi. I don't know what it is. Oh, fuck. Hair!
Now I understand.
I got it! It was hair!
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
Right.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
Right.
It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case,
They would have had
to
the
do something
body.
about the body itself, not
Yeah.
just her hair.
Yes, very true.
Very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
I would like to hear these
Do
reasons.
you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
Right.
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Of course I do. The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the door handle. The object the killer broke. Bathroom doorknob. This doorknob had been broken, screws just, yeah.
I got it!
I got it!
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom.
You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
Doorknob.
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see?
Okay then.
Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
I love Kyoko. Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? The fact that I know how the door opens. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear? Abso-fucking-lutely. Is it going to teach me how to... From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. Oh no. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. There's a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies and contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. And have fun. Alright, cool. Make your argument. Bathroom door frame. Let's do this shit.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Uh-huh.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yes.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
Yeah.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
they don't lock. It doesn't lock. Because it's a boys' room.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked.
Mm-hmm.
After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it.
That is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door.
It's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Yes. The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know the door actually couldn't be locked because they thought it was Sayaka's room in the first place. In other words, the important details about the scene and the crime that they didn't know, the crime took place in my room.
I got it!
Ah!
I should have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was?
That's inconceivable. Hold up, my headset's cutting. There you go.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Oh, nothing.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms.
Yes.
Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
I like how annoyed he seems.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, you fucking dumb motherfuckers.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
No.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something.
For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer...
That is a good question.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
The doors are unpickable.
Negative. If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Shut the fuck up, bitch boy.
Oh, why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular, because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let anyone in because... I'm actually confused about this. You switched rooms. Is that it? Okay.
I got it!
Yeah, okay.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
And this is where everything turns around.
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplate to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appear.
Alright.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
That they can.
And I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Makoto?
Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No.
No, I didn't. But of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature.
Sayaka's signature. Then that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why?
Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it
Couldn't have an effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh?
What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Yes, Celeste, I
Very
would.
well then, pay attention.
Oh, Jesus. Bullet time, dorm nameplates. Alright, cool.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes,
But
Makoto.
no, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Did I mess up? I messed up. The killer went into my room instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that has to be because of what got switched between my room and Sayaka's room. Okay.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms.
Yes, Makoto. I still like
no,
her.
the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
That's fine.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Right. The nameplates were changed.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. the nameplates got switched, just like the
the
rooms
rooms
themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right.
Right? Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew. Sayaka.
Me and
Got it.
Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who
could have
know to switch the nameplates
was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Something want to talk to you, just. Oh yeah, it says like check the nameplates, make sure you don't get the wrong
She
word.
specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Right.
Why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
She framed me for the murder. She tried to, at least.
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
I love Mondo.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Right.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Yes, it was.
What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the replica sword, fake sword, was because when you look at it, there's no doubt that would that work? Just showing Sayaka's wrist? Yeah, glittery.
I got it.
Yeah, it's just glitter.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely! This is a hell of a tutorial. We're getting used to these non-stop debates. Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth inventory. Jesus Christ. Just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each... Oh, fuck. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the Q to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullets to fire. Press and release the Q to cycle through each bullet. Or you can use the mouse wheel. I'm not using the wheel because my wheel sucks. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purpose of this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. For our purpose this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright, so replica short shield, kitchen's knife set, replica sword. Probably the sword.
Fighting broke out. The culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong. It was the sheath, because the sword would actually cut off her wrist. Maybe I don't know.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched.
Alright.
There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Right.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation
For the scratch on the sheath. Yeah, could be ska. Right.
If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife
Was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
That doesn't
But I don't
sound
think
right.
Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain
Oh.
part of her body that makes this clear.
Her hands aren't covered in glittery gold. Part of her body that shows she never used a sword. If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would you have to touch it? Her palms.
You're talking about her palms, right?
They're not glittery.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before,
The gold
coating
coating
on
on
that
the sword.
sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In
Right.
fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Why would she?
But I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off of her hands because she has blood on her fingertips. There's certain regulation that talks about what happens after. Oh, the water is off. I forgot about that.
Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m.
Right.
In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Blown away.
Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Yo.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword,
Then that
the
means.
killer is the only one who used the sword.
Right.
The one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have been the one without the sword. Sayaka.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd
She'd
been planning
been
to commit a
planning
murder of her own.
Ha!
The knife from the kitchen guided the culprit to the room she was staying in, And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Yeah.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
It is, and it's what happens.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates.
Right.
She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying.
I like how she doesn't say Makoto, she says Makoto. That's funny. I like that. I like that. I like that little thingy that they had in there.
That would implicate Makoto.
Makoto. I like how they did that, cause that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I like how they did that, cause I'm not quite sure what she is. If she's like Japanese or not, or if she's French because of her accent. But I like how they did that, because like obviously a Japanese person would pronounce it correctly, Makoto, instead of Makoto. That's cool. I like that. I like how they added that. That's really nice.
The target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
Yes.
So all that's why she switched the name?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
Right.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired.
Right.
She launched her attack with the knife.
That's why she was so
then
buddy-buddy
found
with
herself
me.
Under attack in turn.
I still think she's pretty though. I'm just a little fucking nerd or something. I don't know.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up.
I've been decided who did it.
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Right.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committing to finding out who killed her. But what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Except the numbers. That spell. Dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, it's wrong.
There's the dying message. Leon, there's the dying
There
message.
might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote the message. Prove it. Her index finger.
I got it!
Her finger was
Her
bloodied.
left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
I like how she said it all slow as
Hey,
hell.
Chihiro, you're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of
course. It's because they're not numbers.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there.
Right.
So I assumed it was 1, 1, but looking at it now, you could
Read
also read it as an
N. Like.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
Oh,
But
Jesus.
even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
But if you turn it around, turn it upside down.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
I guess you can rotate the image 180 degrees. Don't flip it upside down. Rotate the image 180 degrees. Huh? Rotate it. I think maybe I see something.
God. Now I see.
She wrote down the killer's name, and it happens to be.
You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Turn the message 180 degrees. It should become crystal clear. Select someone. Oh wow, I could have just done this. Leon.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing
180 degrees.
If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters
L-E-O-N.
L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Right.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Oh, look at that Super Saiyan hair.
No, it's not random at all.
Right. Because you're the ultimate baseball star.
That message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Ah! I just did it on my chair. I'm an idiot, don't worry about it.
Stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
The evidence I'm trying to get rid of. The shirt. It's that thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator. The burnt shirt piece.
I got it!
Haha!
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
Right.
The killer stabbed Sayaka. They must have gotten some of her blood on them.
Of course.
And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked.
Right.
Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough.
I like how they all dress, by the way.
Reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all
Oh,
the
these
riddles
are
are
right here.
Yeah, I think so.
Right. The burnt remains of the buttoned-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. How it was disposed of.
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer
killer
is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in. And the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Crystal ball!
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
That's true.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
That's not true. That is true. Well, obviously the only person with a trash room key could get close to the incinerator. What part of that was wrong? I need to think about it one more time. There must be a condition in there somewhere. Sorry, I fucked up.
Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
That's true.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
Right.
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator
in order to destroy the evidence.
That's not true.
No, that's wrong.
Dude, I love the music in this game.
Hold on.
I'm sorry,
I
Philip.
think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
I actually need to shake my face now.
Can't get past the gate. You
Can
couldn't
press
possibly turn on the incinerator,
Could you?
Yes, you could. If you used
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use a glass ball in a certain way, which was divine with it, throw it.
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh, someone turned on the incinerator. Very strange, I'm quite certain it was off the last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Right.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
Someone could do that.
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely.
Impossible.
Possible? I don't
I
think
think
so.
so. Because the killer is... It wouldn't have been much of a challenge after all for the killer because they were the ultimate baseball star.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star.
Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Okay, we're almost done here. Then I can let Philip sleep without the light off. I feel so bad. I have to do this video though.
These goddamn shepherd brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still
You know what? Hold up.
Okay then.
Okay, it's fine. Yeah, we'll just keep the light off.
Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon.
But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed.
Now here's what happened.
The closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phrase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of the events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic, there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at the missing sections and press the left mouse button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright. Okay. Alright, I'm an idiot. Remember, it's all about it's supposed to be Japan. Right, so this goes here. Sack them. Okay, so wait. This goes here. What goes here then? Wait. Okay, this goes here. This goes here. That goes there. Wait a minute. So just arms, which means the knife was dropped. They went into the thingy. They were scared as hell. Huh. Wait a moment. Okay, this is actually kind of hard. I'm missing something here. Alright, so they go into there. So she says, "Who are you? What are you doing?" He goes out to fight her. He notices something behind him. He goes in and picks it up. She goes after him. He blocks it. And then he hits her arm with the sheathing, which makes her drop the knife. That's right. Was this that? That doesn't make any sense, right? Anyway, so we'll worry about that later. Anyways. Wait a minute. So Leon is already there. She's dead. She just got stabbed, so she wrote Leon down because Leon is already there. Some of these pieces don't fit up. We're gonna leave that there. We're actually going to get this because the doorknob is broken. Right, that's the right thingy there. 3. So she's dead. She used the lint roller. All that. Just all that. There. Oh, okay. So not all of the thingies will be used. Alright, so I'm certain this end section is done. Alright. I think this might be wrong. I think this might be that. Because it shows that she dropped a knife here already. That should be good.
You! I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning.
Oh, look how red it is.
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can
Oh, dude, I'm
tell,
sweating just so hot. I can't wait till I'm done with this.
person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Yes!
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
Uh-huh.
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom.
See, I can see that it got out of focus. Look at this. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm still nerding out about this.
The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open.
Right.
What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka.
Yeah.
But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message.
Right.
To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone.
Dun dun.
With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood.
Can I take off my shirt? Oh, sorry.
Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there.
I like this little clip.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator.
Alright.
Which then quickly roared to life.
Okay.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief.
Right.
But there was one thing
They missed.
Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
Babu. Complete.
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went
I like
there
that
to
little
try and wash the
sequence.
blood
I
out
forgot
of
that
your
that was a
shirt,
thing in the game.
And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it.
The toolbox.
Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence. Their first bullet time battle is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? There's more to this game? Jesus Christ. Absolutely, I'd like to hear more. So sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them. Engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as the bullet time battle, aka the BTB. By the way, during the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in the time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo mark as they move across the screen and reach the center. Press the right mouse button to lock to an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you have locked onto with the left mouse button as the tempo marker reaches the center. And use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Do this consequentially, and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button, so watch out for that. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you can press the left mouse button to shoot it down with a truth bullet, like any other statement. Refute their statements fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0, you run out of time, or if you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob,
Alright, cool, this is gonna be fun.
from your room to do it.
So right, left, cool.
Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
They use something because they're out to ruin the school. Yeah, man.
To acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid. Stupid.
I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure that out. The moment of truth.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me?
Oh fuck.
Not a chance. You lie. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me.
Oh, you can just keep the combo up.
Stupid. You lie. Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
Okay, that wasn't that hard. Timing is messed up in my head. I was trying to do the tapping with my feet.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to
Just
remove
them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid.
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid.
Yeah, I think you're just stupid.
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid. Huh?
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
Oh.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Fuck, dude. I think that's probably gonna be like, like this is like one of the only whatchamacallit, what's the fucking word called? The only death I feel bad about, because he was literally just defending himself. But you know, happens. And the desperation, and the voice acting is really good. Made me feel bad for.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice?
Or the dreadfully wrong one?
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Monokuma votes. Guilty. Perfect. Uh-oh. Looks like you got it right on the money. The Blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata. Should I add that? This should be my thumbnail. This should be my thumbnail. Let's thumbnail it up. Right.
Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch, what the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed. Right, that's that.
So
yeah.
That's why
I killed her first.
none of you are any different.
One wrong step, you'd be the one standing here. There was complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just unlucky. That's all.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time.
Hey, come on!
Do you expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd be wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then the truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. The thing I was trying to say last time, which brought me back to this, is that I actually think Sayaka is actually psychic. Whenever she was in that room, she saw what everyone else saw. And she saw her own video, and I think that was enough to push her over the edge. I don't think it was just her video on itself, which I think is actually still enough, enough motivation to kill someone. But I think it's the fact that she saw everyone else as well. Not just her video, but everyone else's videos. Because I think she's actually psychic. None of that intuition bullshit. I think she's actually psychic. I think that's when she realized that none of this, that all of this is actually real, and that she needs to figure out if her friends are okay. So she decided to do this and frame poor little old me. It's a good plan. But a plan made in desperation. Which is why her downfall came swiftly. She should have chose to kill like Chihiro or something. Someone that wouldn't fight back as well as a fucking person who plays baseball. Ah, Jesus. Even I couldn't handle what I saw there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here, with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friend that meant so much to her. That's why she betrayed me. So, when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seemed so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand, really I do, yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love, the stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us, this is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. The sun's coming up, by the way. It's about 5:45 where I am. The sun is coming up, finally. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoto lashed onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it. That was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoiding punishment you did. Now then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Cummings will receive his punishment. Yeah, like, I remember me and my friends, we had a debate about Sayaka, because I said I like Sayaka. Even though she did try to blackmail me, I still understand where she came from. Her whole world crushed in on itself in one moment. And I think that was enough for her to like... Because what I think is that the relationship between me and her was real at the beginning. But during that moment, all she wanted to do was to get back. She saw me as one of her only friends in the place, and she decided to use me. Which sucks, I know. But I see where she's coming from. I'd feel like if I was in some sort of situation, I'd probably do the same. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I like people. Well, I mean, I like my friends way too much. I don't know if I'd be able to say that I'd confidently do something like that. But yeah, like I remember like me talking to my friends about that. She's like, oh, she's a snake. Oh, I don't like her. You know, this and that, this and that. And I was like, I like her. I think I see where she came from. Why she decided to blackmail me in the first place, or try to blackmail me at least.
Punishment?
Yeah, Leon. This is gonna be fun, ain't it? I forgot what his punishment was.
You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her. This is why this is such a good first kill to go on. Like, it's such a heart-wrenching thing to see. He had no choice in the matter. And you know, it sucks. It really fucking does. This is such a good kill to start off such a great game. I love this game so much because of stuff like this. Putting the moral is the word. I'm doing the moral turmoil in your head, like, kill or be killed. That's the whole thing about this kill in particular. If he didn't defend himself, he would be the one dead. He had to do it to save his own life, and he had to try to get rid of the evidence to save his own life as well. This really fucking sucks. That's why he was so on. I was the guy who did it wrong. That just sucks.
That's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense. How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? That's a very good point. That kind of pokes holes at my statement earlier. After she'd shut herself in the bathroom, you went out on your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Was it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's why...
No, that's not. Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either, because the one to blame is him. If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind. Uh-oh, did you awaken to your sense of justice? Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all around the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay, well anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment.
I'm begging you, please, don't do this.
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon, the ultimate baseball star.
No.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
No.
Fuck, dude. I'm gonna get copyrighted because of this, by the way. Because I got copyrighted for the last one that showed up. Well, not the kill scene, but the last intro sequence that happened, so. You guys get to see it at the expense of my being copyrighted. Or yeah. Fuck, dude. A 1,000 blow. Imagine getting hit with 1,000 baseballs to death. what we saw. That was the true face of despair. I mean, we can't call it that. What else could we call it? Extreme! Ooh, extreme! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control. What's going on?
I can't take it.
I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
Hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. Just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world, being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever. What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there, just like before.
Chills! Chills! Kills!
It's punishment that's what everyone was waiting for after all.
Hey.
Being monitored. When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before, the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me. Can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure. We can't ask her now.
However,
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Your final thought is how she could protect you. Because she wrote her name. She wrote the killer's name on the wall. What?
so...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left the message. Maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling us all this? Telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a disparate situation. Move past their deaths. That's... They could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. When she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding, I just have pretty good intuition. And with that, that's the end of that one. So I kind of lost my composure there for a little bit. Got a little sad. And with that, that's the end of our video. So, hope you guys comment, rate, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.